My name is Gracie Rowe, and today I'll be talking about why living in a small town is better than in a big city, or growing up in a small town is better than growing up in a big city. This came to mind because I did grow up in a small town, and I loved the whole aspect of it, and getting to know people, knowing how to work hard, and all of those aspects. A town of 1,000 to 10,000 people is considered a small town, while 10,000 to 100,000 is considered big. My audience needs to hear this information so they can understand why it is better than living in a big city, and if they're trying to determine whether they want their kids to grow up in a small town or a big city, that I can let them know why it is better to live in a small town. Growing up or living in a small town is better than in a big city because it teaches you how to work hard for what you want, how to be thankful for family and friends, and what the word community really means. Growing up in a small town teaches you how to work hard for your grades. Everyone most likely knows who you are, so your reputation and how you do things is going to reflect on you and on your family, so you don't want to be caught cheating or being dishonest in any way. So you try your best to make your grades on your own instead of having help. It also teaches you how to work hard in sports because people that live in a small town aren't noticed as much as big cities because there's not that many scouts. And so when you are noticed, you know that hard work really paid off, and that it's just better to you that you know that your hard work paid off. It also teaches you how to keep a good reputation or change your bad reputation because, once again, everyone does know you and knows your family and knows how you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to treat other people. So working hard to keep your reputation, whether it's good, or changing it, whether it's bad, takes a lot of hard work, and you just don't want to disappoint those around you that love and support you. Although living in a small town teaches you how to work hard, it also teaches you how to be thankful for family and friends. In a small town, everyone is so supportive, and they wish you the best in whatever you do. This can include good grades, being involved in a club or sport, or even just going through a tough time. If you happen to get into a bind or if you make a mistake, you know that your town is there to support you and love you through it all. Knowing those close connections that you made in your town will be there forever. It's just even more bittersweet because you know that you'll always have those connections and that you'll grow old with those. Because of those close connections, it teaches you what the word community really means. Community is a social group sharing an environment, and growing up in a small town teaches you how to really be there for one another and help one another out when it's needed. For example, a tornado comes through our town and destroys half of your town. Well, as a community, as a town, you have to come together and be there for one another and really help each other out during those tough times. So really, growing up in a small town teaches you what the word community really means, because otherwise in a big town you may not even care about what goes on or what the tornado hits, or so coming together as a community really teaches you to be kind and be humble about what the future holds. Growing up in a small town teaches you many things growing up in a big city that would not. Knowing how to work hard, be thankful for those around you, and what the word community really means. It will allow you to be mindful and thankful about what the future holds and what comes into your life. Living in a big city will not teach you or allow you to have these memories, maybe not as close memories or as thoughtful and close to the heart memories, because you'll have those late night high school stories that you can tell that maybe a big city would allow you to have, but not to the level of knowing that person really, really deeply. Growing up in a small town will provide emotional, embarrassing, and funny stories to tell people that the opportunity may have not been in a big town. So growing up in a small town is really just intimate and just really a nice place to be and grow your family in, because people around you do support you, they do love you, and you know that they will always be there for you. So